So you said you're Wiccan, right? Okay, so the witches, you said the witches
were the original healers of the people. There were basically no doctors. And the witches became feared because they had the ability to heal using compounds of all natural occurring products like herbs and spices and things like that. And because
so they can still do that, right?
Yeah. Because the witches could do this, they were feared. They were thought to be abnormal, dangerous, and that's when the witch trials started, and witches were getting killed one right after another.
So that's the Salem witch trials.
The Salem witch trials, that happened here in this country, but witchcraft really started
in Europe?
Getting popular in Europe.
So tell me more about it. I want to know more about it.
There's not much to say other than, it.
Well, you said something about Satan, too.
Well,
I wanted you to repeat what you were saying about Satan, about the beliefs.
Well, we as a Wiccan, we don't believe in Satan. There is no such thing. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a Wiccan rule or thought, but as far as I'm concerned, some little Jewish old grandfather got tired of his kids jumping up and down on their bed, and
he made Satan instead of Santa.
And started saying, Satan's going to get you, Satan's going to get you, and that's how Satan got started. But
so what do you think good and evil is? I wonder what it is, like where evil comes from, I guess. I mean, that could be true that there's no Satan. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't take Satan to create evil. It doesn't take another human being to create evil. If a person is evil, they're evil on their own. It's their own guilt that they are dealing with. It's, you walk down the street and you see some guy stab somebody. The person that did the stabbing, he's got a problem. And Satan's not causing it. He's causing it.
Because he does something maybe in his past or something?
It could be something in his past, it could be something in his brain. Yeah, he just, a lot of people lack respect for other people.
Yeah.
And they don't,
did you hear me?
They don't, they just don't
think of others.
Get morals. They don't believe that other people have rights just like they do.
Because they have to learn that. And life's about learning.
They weren't taught that when they were children.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty likely that what you're saying is true. I mean, because life, to me, it's like life is, okay, so we have the game of life. Life is kind of like a game. It's kind of like the game of life. Like the things that we think of in our minds that we were given by the Creator God are things that are real, so the game of life, the Jetsons show. I mean, I believe we'll one day fly from planet to planet on spaceships, There's a reason we have the universe. And there's a reason that somebody had the vision of the Jetsons and made it, There's a reason that people have visions of aliens. I mean, well, they've seen aliens, so that's why they have visions of aliens, but that's what I think. What do you think of that?
Well, travel is becoming more technologically advanced. There are flying cars now. There's a company in Europe, I believe it's in the UK, that is actually producing a flying car. Of course, John Doe can't afford one because they're just too expensive.
I didn't know that. Do you know what the company name is? Oh, just Google flying cars.
Yeah, it was Aero something. But they are, and there's a company in I believe it's Massachusetts, that is working on a flying car. And you can have your normal garage, park your car in that garage, pull out of the garage, go down the street to the nearest airstrip, spread the wings. All you have to do is flip a switch. The wings come out, and you take off.
Cool.
And you can't travel a long distance, like you can't fly from New York to California, because the gas tanks, you're actually burning aircraft fuel, so the gas tanks aren't that big.
Could you add alcohol to that fuel?
I wouldn't add alcohol to that.
No. So you could just fly a short distance, and then
Right,
you were
yeah.
talking about airspace. It would be really low, so it wouldn't really matter, right?
Yeah, you're not flying high. I can't remember the restriction. I think the restriction was 1,000 feet.
Oh, that's high though. Higher than I thought.
It's not that high.
Well, it's higher than I thought. I mean, that's pretty cool.
But there's
That's
you
amazing, actually.
You could go maybe from one state to the next state if you had a job in both of those states, or something like that, and you'd have to refuel
awesome.
before going back home.
That's awesome, but your company would pay for it.
Yeah, if you're working for that kind of company.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
I think eventually they would.
well, a lot of companies today pay for as little as possible.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know what else though is this? I've heard that in the future, in the near future, jobs are only going to be 2 hours a day. Because there was gold that was buried underneath. There was, our currency was backed by gold.
Yeah.
And then now it hasn't really been backed by gold. We've just been printing gold, printing money that's not even backed by anything. So they found the gold. Donald Trump actually is the one who told everyone that they found the gold. And when they dispersed the gold out over the whole globe, because they found it here, they found it in different countries, and when it's evenly dispersed throughout the globe to every single person on the earth, everybody's going to have $2 million. So if you think about it, I don't even think there's really going to be jobs that are needed. I think it's going to be more like trade, and like people are going to have crafts like what you do, and you're going to say, hey, I've got these clocks that I make that are worth X amount of dollars, and they're going to say, well, I have all this produce that's worth X amount of dollars. And you're going to say, you're never going to get clocks from that produce. You're going to have to come back and give me like a slab of granite, or you know what I mean, a piece of wood or something like that.
I'm still a big fan of the days back in the late 40s, early 50s, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And barter was a big thing.
What, bartering?
Barter.
Yeah. Everybody, I think, is a fan if they know what it is.
Everybody did it.
They do it in Mexico now.
Well, you don't see it here in this country anymore.
It's fun in Mexico. They do it on the beach all day while you're laying there.
Yeah.
My dad has a great time with it.
Yeah, I mean, my grandmother would call me from across the street. Got to go to the meat market. Okay, Grandma. I'd go to the meat market. She'd give me a couple of dollars. I'd go to the meat market. I'd pick up whatever she needed, and if I was short of the cash, she didn't give me enough, the butcher would just look at me and say, next time you come in.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's neat.
You try to go to the grocery store today, and if you're short a penny,
you guy behind you
got to put something back.
Right. Or either that or hopefully somebody pays for it for you.
Yeah, well.
That happens now and then.
Yeah, that does.
I had that happen where somebody said, here, and they gave me, I mean, I've done it for others too, but, But yeah, it'd be so neat. I mean, I just think it's going to happen like that. Doesn't that sound realistic to you?
No.
Doesn't it? Oh, that's because you're a Democrat. It's not woke yet. But that's okay. We don't care. We love you anyway. It's all about love and light. He's providing the light. We're providing the love. Okay, that was about Wiccans and aliens. Talk to you later.